a TMS is kind of a living, breathing solution, because you can set up a TMS today and be up and running today, and you've set it up based on what your network and your operational realities are today. But we all know that 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now, your transportation operations could be completely different. You may be working with different carriers. Your rates might be different. You might have picked up new customers along the way. Maybe dropped off a few customers, picked up new suppliers, so on and so forth. And I think what a lot of companies fail to recognize is that they have to continuously tune the TMS, right? The TMS, whether it's the constraints that you put in there or the rates that are in there, because your network is changing, you have to kind of maintain, that TMS as well. So it's almost like a car, right? I mean, you can, if you get that brand new car, it's going to be run beautifully, in those early days. But if you never maintain it and change the oil and tune it up and all that, it's going to start to degrade over time. It's the same thing with the TMS. It's going to run great that first year or those first few months because it's brand new and it's a reflection of your current reality. But over time, if you're not keeping up and fine tuning that TMS to make it reflect your current operating realities, that's another area where you can start, seeing some degradation in benefits. I mean, do you see that? And how do you help customers kind of keep their solution in tune, if you will, to their current operating realities?
You're right on the money with that. I'd have to say that if you're looking at the same metrics day one of your TMS as you are at the end of the third year, you probably haven't matured and you haven't evolved to really start to get the benefit out of the TMS. You really have to stay on top of the basic metrics and review that on a periodic basis. And then you have to develop and change the metrics. If you've been using a TMS for 3 years, you have 3 years worth of data that you didn't have going into that project. So now you have different things that you can look at and analyze. What we do is we meet with a customer at the very minimum annually, and we'll have an annual review, face-to-face. In the interim, we'll do periodic refreshes. We'll look at the data with them. For us, installing the TMS and making sure our customers get the value out of the TMS is very much about the relationship that we have with them as much as it is about the software. So being involved with the customer, being accessible to them, and making sure that you're involved, helping them learn what they can get out of a TMS is important. Otherwise, what you're going to find is like what we see with many of the opportunities we get is that someone has a package that they installed at one point and it no longer meets their organizational needs. So they've evolved as an organization, they've matured as an industry professional, but they haven't brought the TMS up to speed with them. So now they've kind of outlived its usefulness. And what you need to do to avoid that from happening is really work closely with your TMS provider and vendor. Make sure you're getting as much knowledge transfer as you can from them, and that they're bringing to you ideas as far as best practices and standards that they're seeing from other implementations that they're doing, so that you can truly benefit from that partnership that you have with them.